What up, Dokkaners? With the global JP full synchro eventually going to be dropping, there is a lot that needs to be done on the global side of the game for the two versions to justifiably sync up. JP is on their own schedule. It is entirely upon global to catch up. And while I recently made a video talking about how I could see how the banners could be compressed and integrated into the global scheduling to sync up, that still doesn't account for all of the other things involved. Although it should. But in terms of logistics, how do you incorporate multiple world tournaments? How do you incorporate multiple clashes, multiple super battle roads, all the different EZAs? All of these different components all have to come into place in order for global to fully sync up with JP. We don't really need to care about this. Logistically speaking, this is on them to do it. But with not much happening on global, what else is there really to talk about, right? If you're not link leveling, if you're not summoning, you're really not doing anything else. So today's video is going to be one that I was going to make down the road, but a lot of you guys have been asking for it. So you know what? I figured let's just talk about this now. If we need to, I'll cover it again in the future. Every single EZA coming to global eventually. Now, I hope I covered everything here. What you're looking at right here are all of the world tournament units. These 5 in particular are going to be dropping on global in the next 3 days, as if you guys watching this video. So you can expect these to already be there, but these are the other world tournament units. And then I also had to go through and find every other EZA. And I got to say, the Dokkan Wiki used to be up to date when it came to this sort of thing. It's not anymore. So when I put together the list, strictly just using this resource, it was incomplete. There were obvious omissions. So I had to basically go through, find every single celebration and find every single unit that is getting an EZA. So there's a slight chance that I miss a couple. So if I do, I will try to update the pinned comment. Feel free to let me know in the comments down below if there's anything that I missed, but I think I covered everything. So let's just go through here. I pulled up every single celebration that JP has had that global has not yet. So starting with the Ribrianne celebration, there's also a little bit of overlap like the Super Dragon Ball Hero stuff, but you know, better be safe than sorry. Ribrianne is coming up. During the Ribrianne celebration, there was no new EZA that took place. So I don't think that there's anything here to worry about. I will say that the TUR Android 1718 from the Universe Survival Saga story event, I was really expecting them to get an EZA. That's the first time in a while a unit has been given a free-to-play TUR and not been given an EZA at the same time. So that only spells good news for my Universe 7 units. So nothing on the Ribrianne celebration. So that just means, whew, Ribrianne celebration is going to be boring. The only thing that's going to be happening is going to be World Tournament, Ribrianne, and these EZAs. So Super Kami, Turles, Bardock, and Tien Chaozu. This one's actually going to be decent. So now let's move on to the next one. The next celebration is the Gohan Piccolo. Now in this celebration, I believe there are only 2 EZAs. So looking at this celebration details here doesn't actually show you both. It only shows you one, and that is the LR Nappa and Vegeta. The other one is the Prime Battle Kid Gohan. The Prime Battle EZA scheduling has seemingly just stopped. Either they don't care much about prime battles anymore, or they kind of forgot about it. But the frequency in which we get prime battles and then they turn around and get their Extreme Z campaigns and whatnot has staggered tremendously, resulting in the Prime Battle Gohan taking virtually a year, I think, to get the EZA. So I've updated the list down here to include Nappa Vegeta and the Prime Battle Kid Gohan. So these two will be dropping during that time slot. So I actually have the schedule right here. So World Tournament EZAs during this part 2 coming up, Valentine's Day. And then for Dokkan Festival Part 1 in the month of March, we will have 2 EZAs, 2 LR EZAs, which is Q. Now, we can't forget this. Saiyan Day is coming up as well. Saiyan Day will have its own EZAs. If we go back to last year's Saiyan Day celebration, Global, in fact, came out as the big winner, having the LR God Goku drop prior and then the LR Wii dropping on global first, which maybe we could get something similar happen this time for Saiyan Day. This is kind of why I was thinking like an LR Broly EZA might be the global first, because that would happen ideally during Saiyan Day. That would give global that first sort of special vibe if they still want to go for that. And then it could also be a one among all of the different EZAs. So that's kind of where I'm going to leave that prediction. As far as what the EZAs are going to be, it entirely depends on what the celebration is about. A lot of people are thinking that the upcoming Saiyan Day celebration is going to be centered around Bardock, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say, recently, I don't know if you guys have noticed, Dokkan and Legends, actually Dokkan has kind of been doing their best Legends impression, by releasing some of the hype units that Legends has had recently, right? So I kind of think that maybe a Bardock Goku original animation sort of unit, especially since they've been doing that a lot recently, could be a nice way to take the Saiyan Day units to the next level and also maintain that level of intrigue to the JP players who are going to be coming off of a whopping Broly, Gogeta Blue, Beast Gohan with an orange Piccolo Link super attack, and Gamma 1 and Gamma 2. And who knows what else is coming up in part 3. So after all of those things, we were actually having this conversation on a live stream. What could you possibly do to top that? Not just in the anniversaries, but in general. After Beast Gohan, what else do you do besides manga stuff? We're not going to talk manga, but that's the point. So if they were to do like a Bardock Goku Dokkan original what if hybrid Dokkan Fest, that would be pretty cool. And that would also justify, you know, maybe like a Broly getting an EZA, maybe a Bardock getting an EZA. So those types of things would show up here. So I have that at the bottom of the list in terms of upcoming EZAs, but I wanted to point that out because that would happen in the March time slot. Then coming up on the Dual Dokkan Festival Super Saiyan 3, Goku and Hirudegarn, we go back to the JP side of things. Oh, actually, before that, so this is when they had the Dragon Ball Hero stuff. I looked through this just in case. You never know, right? They didn't have anything on the JP side. And then, what's this? This is the part 2. Oh, this is the Android 21 stuff. JP didn't get anything exclusive on this, did they, in terms of EZAs? I don't think so. Android 13, we all got that. All the Super Strikes, I believe all the Super Strikes might be done. I think we might have finished. No, we're not done with the Super Strike EZAs yet. Okay, but still, I don't think there was anything here that happened. So then if we move on to the Super Saiyan 3 Goku Hirudegarn celebration, we had the LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku. That is a very notable EZA. And then we also had the 10 EZAs for the 50% supports. That happened during the New Year's celebration. All of these units, Rildo, Hyper Meta Rildo. Is it Hyper Meta Rildo or just Meta Rildo? Whatever. Hyper Rildo, Pan, Tien, Cell, Gohan, Vegeta, It, Kaba, Gohan, and Super Buu. All of these units received EZAs. This is going to be a nightmare for whales. Not that many of you guys are going to have much sympathy for whales, but I'm just saying, for whales, for completionists, for people who like to have every single unit, this is going to be a complete nightmare scenario because when this drops, this is what, the part 2? This was January 11th. When did the celebration start? I think it started earlier, right? It started in December. So yeah, celebration started in December. So like during part 2, while you normally wouldn't be summoning on global, a lot of the completionist players are going to be trying to summon for these guys, which is going to be chaos. But this right here, so 1 plus 10, that's 11 units. And then is there anything else during the celebration? Oh yeah, Kid Trunks gets an EZA, Tapion gets a sub EZA. And this is also when they did that whole unification of all of the different EZAs to just make it a movie boss's EZA. Tapion, so that's 12, Kid Trunks 13. 13 EZAs coming out of the Super Saiyan 3 Goku Hirudegarn celebration. So yeah, that I think covers the rest. So there you go. So with 13 here, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28 EZAs still remain on the global side of the game before, and not counting Saiyan Day, Golden Week, or the 9-year anniversary. Now, if you remove these, 28 minus 8, 13, that's 15 EZAs. 15 non-world tournament related EZAs, but there's still a couple free-to-plays in here. That's a lot of EZAs. If we include 9-year, this is what we've got for 9-year. Physical Blue Dudes, Physical Gogeta, Physical Beerus, Int Frieza, AGL 6-year Goku, Int 6-year Vegeta, Physical Broly Chilai Lemo, Int Paragus, STR Bardock Gine, maybe more. I am recording this video during the middle or about to start the part 2 of the JP 9-year anniversary. So there could be more coming up during the part 2, maybe even part 3. Some people are theorizing that there's going to be a Cell Max surprise banner in part 3. I don't know. I'm not going to speak on that. I'm just going to say I don't know. So there's still a whole lot more that Global has to cover. And since I made a video recently about how I think Full Synchro is going to take place, Global does have to cover the anniversary before Full Synchro takes place. Full Synchro would happen during worldwide download. This would effectively be the final banner where everything else falls into place for Global, including Tanabata. Tanabata will also have EZAs. I should include that as well. So Tanabata, ton of batter. this celebration. So that is well over, I would say, what, 30? So 28, including the world tournaments, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Let's say 3 from Saiyan Day, so that's 40. Let's say 3 from Golden Week. Let's say 43, and then 3 from Tanabata. Let's say 46. I actually don't remember. You know what? Let's look up Golden Week. I don't remember how many EZAs we had during Golden Week. So I'm saying 46. Golden Week EZAs. Did we have anything? We had Piccolo. That was 1. Oh, that was it. I think that was it. So I take that back. Actually, wait, no. This is part 1. Where's part 2? Golden Week. There was most definitely a part 2 with Bulma. I don't remember exactly what happened during that. Let me find the Golden Week campaign details. Yeah, there were a few more here. There was the Yamcha Bulma. There was the Super Strike. So yeah, there was a few more. So I think a safe bet would be to say 3. So 3 from each. That would mean 46. So my rough estimation, as far as how many EZAs Global has left to catch up to JP, roughly 46 EZAs and counting. Now, if you want to get started or at least get going on Dokkan Awakening some of these units, I would highly recommend that you do that. Some people pointed out in my previous video talking about the quest mode and farming up the skill orbs. You could do that too. If you want to take a couple of weeks with all of your spare stamina to do that, feel free. This is one of the things that you can do to keep yourselves occupied with spare stamina. If you feel like burning some stones to play a little bit more, you could go through Dokkan Awaken all of these different units, get all of the medals needed to awaken them. If you have spare copies, or if there's some free-to-plays that you can boost up for free, you should definitely try that. The one thing that I would recommend against doing would be the Prime Battle one. The Prime Battle one, while they will have a boosted drop rate when the campaign starts, this one might take a little bit longer, might not necessarily be the most, I guess, beneficial for you to actually do that. Might as well just use the rewards that you give it to you for. But everything else you could pre-farm. Like if you've got the physical LR Blue Goku and Blue Vegeta, they're going to be getting their EZAs during 9 year, which means July. So you've got 5 months to Dokkan Awaken the unit. If you have extra copies that you've pulled through your other summons, you could save those, Dokkan Awaken that. These are the sorts of things that I do during my live stream. And so this is how you guys can Dokkan responsibly and prepare for all of this stuff coming up. 46 EZAs. If you were to imagine adding 5 Kais to each unit that EZA, that's 46 times 5. That is 230 Kais that you would have to give up to boost up the super attacks of all of these different EZAs, and that's a lot. And you can definitely avoid that by pre-farming some of these, using some of your duplicates. This is why there is merit to saving copies of units, not just for chain battle, but also for saving Kais. So that is pretty much your preview, your whole outlook. I was going to save this, but this seems pretty overwhelming. So I guess thank you guys for urging me to make this video, because this is not a number I was expecting to bring to you guys. 46 freaking EZAs. Are you kidding me? I don't think I even have 230 Kais. I've been using my Kais pretty liberally recently because I have been enjoying the fruits of my labor, Dokkaning so responsibly that I've been spending Kais left and right. Just thinking about how I don't have enough Kais to cover all of this is kind of disturbing to me as a responsible Dokkaner. I think I better get back on that. It's like cheating on your diet. You can cheat on your diet all you want as long as you're going to exercise, but if you cheat too much and you don't exercise enough, you're in trouble. I think I'm in trouble. I better get back on it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let in the comments your thoughts on how many you were expecting to have in terms of EZAs coming up on Global. Keep in mind, I am also including 9 year and all of the celebrations we don't have yet. So if you remove all of that, we have 28. So between 30 to 46, was that the range that you were expecting? How many of these units do you have pre-super attack 5 units ready for? Let me know your thoughts overall in the comments down below. Let me know if there's anything that I missed. I hope I didn't miss anything, but let me know if I did. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you'll let you know when I see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and remember to Dokkan responsibly.